All right, guys, back with another episode in person here for the Workbench in Austin with my friend Dmytro. He's the creator and founder of Home Service Base, which is a tool that a lot of people are using now to get data together for market research and outbound marketing for home services. But before all that, he started Excellence Appliance Repair here in Austin, which is a very big, top-rated appliance repair company. So excited to dive into Dmytro's background, coming here to the US, starting a home services company, and then parlaying that into his own SaaS company. So Dmytro, thanks for meeting up here in person.
Thank you, Brian, for this great introduction. You told exactly what I am doing right now, and thank you for having me on here.
Yeah.
So we'll be glad to answer your question, tell more about myself. So thank you.
Let's do it, man. So I think for people that want to know we want to know all about Home Service Base, what you're building, what that's going to be like as it continues to become a very helpful tool. For me, I'm all sales background, marketing, using Clay. I've used every B2B database under the sun. And for us at Lead Truffle, Home Service Base is like exactly what we need in terms of the specific type of data we're looking for. So I want to talk about Home Service Base, which is kind of the big thing on everyone's mind, I think, that for people that follow you and know you. But let's take it back. Can you tell us a little bit about coming here to the US just a couple years ago, right? And then landing here in the States and then starting your very own home services company here in Austin.
Yeah. So I have like 15 years of experience in software and digital marketing as a founder of few companies. Some of them pretty successful back to my native country, and some I have a lot of like failed
As we all do.
failed ideas. So, but these 15 years of experience helped me to build companies here in US. So I came here 3 years ago, and first year was like I was in a role of searcher. I was thinking what I will do here. I came here with my family, with 2 kids, and I had some savings and start thinking about like software ideas, software products, and even tried a few. But then I got into Tommy Mello podcast. I don't know how I get into it, but I heard that garage door repair company can make like $100 million per year by repairing doors.
Yeah.
And it's impressed me, and it's changed like my mindset into offline world, not software world, but something what people can do by their hands. And if you build the right system, potentially, on example of Tommy Mello, you can build something similar. So that's how I learned about home service industry at all. At the same day when I heard that podcast, I purchased the domain name something roundrockroofing.com. So I thought maybe it'd be roofing or something else. But when I have idea, I go to GoDaddy and buy some domains for it. But later, I was like around this idea for a while, and I met a guy who was in my Ukrainian community who already worked as a technician in appliance repair industry, and he was thinking about start his own company in this area. So during like 3 or 5 meetings, community meetings, we just like informal discuss what he is doing, how can I help him to achieve like his own company. At some point with him in our like mindset and our ideas how this company must look at some point, and I decided to offer him become a partners, and he will cover everything what's going on a like field and service itself, and I will cover everything from tech side, marketing, CSRs, like business development and stuff like that. And he agreed. Like in coffee shop in Round Rock, we sit, and in 30 minutes we shaked hands and started our journey in appliance repair industry. And he was our first technician. I was like person who did everything else. I built a website. I thought it will be like easy journey because you need to build a like three-page website, starts ads, and everything will work. But
everything seems so easy before you get into it. You're like, oh, you just put up a website, run a couple Facebook ads, and then we'll be rich, right?
Yeah, nothing works like that, and it was not easy journey. But we started from advertising in Google Ads. I immediately applied like my knowledge in search engine optimization to this website, and we start getting first leads from paid ads. And here we started serve customers, and that's how we got like our first, I think, $10,000 during first months of revenue. But we spent 3,000 on ads. So like 30% of our revenue was spent on ads. At some point, he told me that he have a guy who experienced in appliance repair, and he looking for a job right now. So at that point, we decided that we need to scale and we can hire someone and apply model which works. So we increased the budgets on our ads, started getting more more customers, and start working with two technicians. He was the first one, and another guy was the second one. And more reviews we gathered to our profile. So I understood that it's something which can boost our company, our profile, and as more reviews we got, cheaper customer acquisition came to us. So at the second month of like our operation, we got almost 100 reviews, I think, and the customer acquisition cost started going down, and we understood that we can like try to scale it even more. So we started hiring more and more technicians, and grew in Austin area. And during this journey, I built a lot of internal tools which helped us to grow. So I made like analytical reports per technician. So we can see who and how sells their job, what is their average ticket per type of appliance, what so how many of service calls they have, and so on. And one of such tools was internal product, which allowed us to estimate the competition level. So I built a tool which scraped Google results and Google ads, and checked who else advertised with us and how often they appear in some search results, how often they appear in Google ads, do they advertise in local service ads, and it was like the beginning of home service base actually. So it was initially it was internal tool, but later it became. So I thought that it can be helpful not only for our case.
And that's how a lot of great, not to cut you off, that's how a lot of great companies start. If you know Slack, that was an internal communication tool at a gaming company. The game was not working. All of their investor money was gone. And they say, wait, how about this internal chat thing we built? Maybe other people could use this. So very, very common. And I think it's probably one of the best ways to build a business. But sorry, keep going.
Yeah. So
yeah.
it was like internal tool for estimate what's going on specific market, specific industry. And at some point, later, I decided to make it a public product, cover more industries and cover more areas, and that's how home service base began his journey on the market. But back to appliance repair company. So our model worked on Austin area, and we decided to scale it in other areas. So we started hiring process around different cities in Texas, and we decided to try Florida because it was this industry is mature in that area, so a lot of technicians walk around and they know and aware about our type of business model. It's a profit share business model. So we decided to launch Facebook ads, video ads, where we invite to join our company as a contractor technician, people who know how to repair appliance. And our growth hack of hiring in that area was we said Facebook do not allow you to target job ads for specific people, but they allow a few settings, and we used them. You can set what is primary language of person who will see these ads, and we narrow down list to people who use Ukrainian as their main language, and target our job ads in Facebook to people who use Ukrainian as main language. And that's how we tricked a Facebook system and advertise our job offer.
And you can write the ads in Ukrainian because
we use Ukrainian to as a call to action in this video, and that's how we built a flow of yeah, and we used a lead form, Facebook lead form, simple, which asks what your English language knowledge. Do you have experience in appliance repair? Would you like to come to Texas and learn how to do appliance repair? And like few more contacts fields, and that's it. And we built a flow which gave us like, I don't know, almost 1,000 of filled forms around 2 states. And we initially we even started it more wider than 2 states, but finally we decided to stop on these 2 states, Texas and Florida, and we got almost 1,000 filled forms of people who have experience in appliance repair or would like to learn and start working on this industry. And we just started filter out them, calling them and discuss opportunity to work with us. And that's how we found all of our technicians. For now, we work in 7 metro areas, 4 in Texas and 3 in Florida, with a little bit more than 30 technicians. And we almost in every city, we have a backlog of technicians if we will have higher like amount of jobs.
So, okay, so your model, you said it's profit sharing.
Yeah.
So walk us through the model. Are these people employees of your company? Are they responsible for getting jobs from themselves? Are you personally just the lead center and you pass the leads to them? Walk us through the mechanics of the business.
Yeah, so we will combine different models, and for now we work in appliance repair. We work as a lead generation company with own brand in all metro areas. All our technicians, they have like their own companies, and they take jobs from us and from somewhere else, because this industry with like low barrier into entrance, and most of them have their own Yelp profiles, Thumbtack profiles, or
even they're not pulling up an Excellence appliance repair truck necessarily.
Yeah, so they use their own trucks, their own tools. They have a profit share in, so each job which they sold, we compensate part cost, we exclude sales tax, we exclude card processing fee, and then labor which left we divide depending to like our agreement. And that's how profit share model work. I think most of like cleaning companies works in same model, and we decided to use this model too, and it works. So a lot of like technicians, they have their own schedule. We do not control their work day, and we do not promise them that we will fill their schedule like fully, and it allows us to like be flexible without additional obligations, and it's allow to them who work in some areas and sell well to get like a good amount of jobs from us.
Interesting. Now, when it comes time to like, because this is something we deal with lead truffle customers. If it's just one business in one area and it's an owner operator, it's much more simple. But for the bigger companies that are multi-state, this is something I'm always learning about. I'm curious how you handle it. If I come, and this speaks to the software too. If my dishwasher was broken actually recently at my house, and my brother-in-law who I rent from had a guy and he sent him over. But if I had went to Excellent Appliance Repair, and I submitted a lead form, or maybe a lead truffle widget one day, we'll see. We're working on it. How do you then route that lead? How do you decide which technician gets it? Is it based on skills? Like, what's your process for, okay, we have this one overarching website, but then we have 10, 20, 30 technicians behind it, and then making sure that that job gets done in a fast and quality way.
Yeah, I think it's our competitive advantage. So most of players on the market offer like 4 hours arrival time, so you need to sit at home and wait.
So annoying.
Yeah, when somebody texts you.
Yeah, I'm starting to deal with, not to cut you off, I'm starting to deal with home services more that I'm renting a single family house, and it's like, hey, we'll be there sometime between like 8 and 12. And the big problem is, as a parent, we have naps. And so now I'm like, okay, like text me when you're here so I can let you in because the dog's gonna bark.
And don't ring the bell.
Yeah, exactly. So anyways, go on.
Yeah, so I decided on the beginning that we will need some competitive advantage on the market, and we set this number like we will do 2-hour window because everyone else do 4 hours. It will be our competitive advantage. How we achieve that? If technicians has their own schedule and we can't be sure that technician will be free at that point of time. So it's some challenges which we solved along the way. And to answer a question about lead flow, so after he filled the form, we immediately sent him automated text message that his form is processing right now, and a CSR will back to him with text message about available time options, which we have as soon as he will can like,
And you have a
gather this
calendar
information.
internally that manages all of this, a master
Yeah,
calendar?
I'll come into this
Okay.
this point.
Okay.
And if you have any questions, just call us. It's a text of this message. And on our side, what do CSR? So I built a lot of internal automation tools. One of them is dispatch tool, like intellectual dispatch tool, which finds best time slots based on previous job of technician and his next job. We consider his home where he started a working day. We consider his home address. Where will he go back after last job, and what CSR do. So when he have a lead form and see address, he puts this address in specific metro area, and dispatch tool fetch everything from House Call Pro system. Or current schedule for today or for tomorrow, whenever customer want an appointment, and this CSR see in green time slots across all technicians, which he can offer to customer. We have like coloring of those time slots, like green, yellow, and red. Red is the farthest, so you can. In most cases, you can't like assign this job to technician because he is too far, and yeah. So CSR pick two options, and we have a button which I also built, which add this time option into text field, and the CSR just click send message, and customer got a text message from us with time options, and then he answered, yeah, I would like Wednesday, like from 10 to 12, and CSR open House Call Pro, book this job for this technician, came back and say that your appointment is scheduled. So 3 messages to book a job, and 3 clicks to find the right time. Actually,
wow.
So one CSR during one shift can handle like 30 technicians.
Wow. Okay. So you have an internal CSR who's using a combination of your custom built dispatch tool plugged into House Call Pro.
Yeah.
And she or he is able to then dispatch accordingly.
Yeah.
Now, have you, because I'm not super familiar with the current state of dispatch tools, and we integrate with House Call Pro to some extent. Talk to me about the idea for you to like build something like this versus what House Call Pro offers, and then like, have you thought about this dispatch tool? Again, I'm not super knowledgeable on the details of it because I don't run a home services company, but this also sounds like something you could take out to market like home service.
Some ideas of this tool I got from what Service Titan do in their system.
Yeah.
So I saw I never been inside Service Titan itself, but I saw their YouTube channel and the demos of their products, and like some ideas from their concept I took into like place in my company. So you can like add different layers on this tool. You can add average ticket per technician. You can add type of like appliances. You can add I was thinking about to make this product public, but it's super complicated and it's very tight with field management.
So tight. You're gonna have to have a beast of an integration with all the different home service CRMs.
Yeah, and it must be in good way. It must be a part of field management system. It can't be a third party solution because it's super tight and a lot of different like settings like take part in this process. So that's why I built a tight integration, which super custom for our company, and it's not scalable.
Have you ever looked into getting into the House Call Pro App Store?
I was thinking a little bit about it, but I decided not to get into it because one very important point that we had this problem, but it's not mean that other companies have such problem. They can have 3 technicians, which is booked on like 60%, and they don't need to dispatch efficiently. They need to just to send somewhere these technicians, so they don't even think about like such solution. But in our case, when we have limited resources, we have like unpredictable technicians who has their own schedule. We need as much efficient in this process as possible. So we made this custom solution for us.
Home service base. From my perspective, I use, as I said, I've used every B2B data tool. I've used ZoomInfo, I've used Clay, I've used Apollo, and I started selling into the home services space over a year ago now. And really the probably most consistent source of data I've found for home services and local business generally is Google, because if you have a local business, you have to be on Google. You want to be in the Google Map Pack. But there really are not great B2B databases for this space. For e-com, there's something called Store Leads, which is primarily based on Shopify as the core data source. But the way I've been going about, building my businesses is using some combination of data from Google, right-sizing that across scraping the website for emails and checking some B2B databases might have emails associated with their domain, but there really has not been one stop shop for like local business data, home services data. And you've built that now with Home Service Base. I think some of the things you're doing with like, show me everyone who has this many locations based on the Google Map listings really interesting. So I want to talk more about like the use cases and everything with that, but like walk us through the process. Like when you first started building Home Service Base internally, what inspired you to say, yeah, man, I'm going to go out and sell this?
So it's type of my hobby to dive and dig as far as I can to find out something. Yeah. So I combined like this passion about digging into data with a problem which I solved for my company. And I got results which impressed me. So, wow, this company provides services in like 10 different cities, and they're doing well in all of them. But I saw them only as my competitor here in Austin, for example, and I didn't even like aware that they so big and they do so good. And this insight gave me an idea that, wow, how many different information is hidden under radar. So because most of search engine tools, SEO tools like Ahrefs, SEMrush, they mostly focused on general SEO. They do not dive deep into local SEO. They do not use local proxies. They do not use like local parameters which allow you to see search results from like person who live in specific area.
Right, because if I look up, Brian's appliance repair and I'm across 10 cities, but I do that search from Austin, I'm not going to see the other 9 cities, right? So that's why I think it's hard for your everyday user to really get a map of where these companies are located.
Yeah, and then so one of solutions which was like pretty unique at that point, I decided I ran my campaign, Google Ads campaign by myself from the beginning of the company. In first year of operation, we spent like $400,000 on ads. So it was a little bit more than 20% of our revenue we spent on ads. So it was kind of investment to grow a company. So now we're reducing this number, but in general, so I had some experience, and I know that all local companies have this setting in Google Ads to show ads only to people who live in that area. And this small one checkbox hide ads from Ahrefs, from SEMrush, and they work under radars. Most of lead gen companies who rely on Google Ads, they live under radar. Nobody know about them because they know, if you, for like as you said, from Austin, you can't see company who advertise in New York or somewhere else. And I decided to try a residential proxy. So it's kind of thing which allow you to like emulate visitor behavior from specific area. And it appears that I can see local ads when I use residential type of proxy of specific area. And that's how I catched like all of these lead gen companies who before Home Service Base was under radar. I catched companies who advertise in my industry or a lot of other industries and spend $100,000 monthly on solely for lead generation across US, and they sell these leads with twice price for local vendors, but they suck it from Google Ads actually. And it also was a like insightful moment for me. So I decided, why they underdog? I want to make them like visible for everyone. And it was other like point of home service base which made me to make this product.
And yeah, so for people that are listening that aren't familiar with home service space, talk to us. What is it? What does it do? What are you building?
Yeah. So initially, it's database about every digital presence of companies who working on residential home service industries. For now, it's 30 industries, and I like scrape data across almost 2,000 cities across US. So all of these 30 industries and 2,000 cities, it's combination like of these two numbers, and I cover each search results, each map results, and get this data like around US initially. So I built this database. Some data updating on monthly basis, some data updating on weekly basis, some endpoints were like provide update data on a daily basis. And at some point I started building different products. And for now, I have 4 products for different target groups, and I'm still on early stage and looking for a best product market fit. I want to find who will benefit the most and what is model will be the most scalable on based on this data. So I still in the process, but my products for now. So it's industry report, which allow you to check a competition level on specific industry, specific city of United States. You can see who advertise, how many companies of all who rank, for example, in Google Ads or who visible in digital, how many of them advertise in local service ads, how many of them advertise in Google Ads, how many of them have Facebook ads campaigns. It's allow you to estimate like competition level in this specific area. My data also shows how many new websites were launched and provide services in this specific area year over year. So you can see trends like painting companies now. I think the biggest trend. You can see trends how many companies who provide these services in your area started last year. So if it's this number going down, most likely you have some space or some opportunities there. And a lot of different data which I collect, I show on this industry report. So it can be used by small business owner who want to estimate a competition level in his industry, for future small business owner who are looking for something, for what to start, what competition level in his area or where he want to move. It can be used for like franchisee companies who looking for expansion, some areas where they are not yet present, they can see opportunities in specific industry, specific areas. And I think mostly for this report, it's like use cases. And in context of company and product and like business as home software service base, this type of reports are lead generation for me. So because it's interesting data, like general data by industry is available for free. And to dive deeper into city level, you need to sign up, and you have some limits. And when you reach limits, I offer like a paid plan, because I need to some like cover expenses of gathering and updating this data. So that's the reason why paid plans there. Another product is so all of websites which present in my database, it's more than, for now, it's more than 1.5 million websites. I gather data about each website. So I run scrapers onto each website and check their ads, check their positions in Google search results. So you can use my product as website checker and quickly open any domain name and see how they doing in digital, how they rank, where they advertise, do they have local service ads, how many locations they have, and so on. So it works like similar web Chrome extension, because I have Chrome extension too, which simply, so when you surf internet or open some websites, you can click and see like all details about digital presence of specific home service company.
Similar web visit data is one of our biggest qualification parameters for Lead Truffle, because if a company has roughly below 200 to 300 visits per month. That's like the bare minimum we've seen that people need to be successful. So as we're doing our campaigns and reaching out and we're getting inbounds, the first thing I always check is the similar web Chrome extension. If it says 0 views, web visits per month, I'm like, probably not going to be super
Yeah, but the point
successful.
for you is that LSA do not send traffic to a website, and
Right.
they can have high budgets and good business profile and spend mostly money on Google local service
Valid.
ads, and you
Valid.
can miss opportunity if you rely only
Yeah.
similar web.
Yeah, valid.
Well, and third product, it's a company database, so it covers all companies which present database and with a lot of filters, and you can easily narrow down, like, show me companies who provide appliance repair services in Austin and has at least 2 locations and 100 reviews, and you will have this list.
Yep.
And you can use it whenever you want, so it can be some I heard more use cases when people try to find profiles which don't have website, which don't have not updating like often, do not show growth of reviews, and some companies want to like buy them or like somehow get these profiles as a digital
I'd
asset.
imagine, a lot of searchers and investment people probably
Yeah.
want to use your tool, right?
Yeah,
To,
yeah,
like, identify
that's the
opportunities.
case. Like to source a deals on super initial like stage of the funnel for cold outreach, like sort out some companies who match some criteria, and then same as in your business, they start just cold outreach.
Yeah, I think that another, for home service space specifically, I think a really interesting mechanism is like, and this is more broadly from the perspective of a software company, is like this idea of signals and like signal-based selling. And just one example would be, if a franchise goes from below 10 franchise locations to above 10 franchise locations, that could be a really interesting signal for a lot of things. But for a company like ours, that, okay, this company's growing, they may need more support on the lead gen side. And we can be in touch with them. So who do you find right now? I'm sure it's a variety of different people, but who do you find getting the most value out of home service space?
Yes, for now, it's mostly for lead generation.
Yeah.
So it's service providers and software
Agencies,
for home service
yeah,
businesses. Agencies has even 2 use cases of my product because they use website checker and data about current digital presence of their website during sales process, so they can show prospect where he is right now, who their competitors, and where they're going. So I'm working on some like improvements for this product which will show dynamic of changes, and it's like easy to understand report which shows current state on specific website, and it can be used as sales like element.
Yeah, I got to get that Chrome extension. It's free.
Yeah.
Free Chrome.
It's limited.
Limited.
Under free.
Got it. Yeah, no, get a little taste, and then you got to come pay. So, love it, man. So when you think now about, okay, you have this successful appliance repair company, you have a new, very specific SaaS tool that I think has a lot of promise. Where are you focused? What's your time? Are you looking to do both for the next 10 years? Are you looking to move out of home services into software? Like, where are your priorities right now?
Yeah, thank you for this question. So for me, it's for now my like home service business 70% of my time, because we are in the middle of starting HVAC services here in Austin area. So I spent like
that's not competitive at all, right?
Huh?
That's not competitive
it's
at all,
super
right?
competitive.
No,
it's the most competitive industry, but we have like almost 8,000 households as customers of appliance repair business, and we want to utilize our like customer base to upsell these services. We have like strategy, going to market strategy with HVAC. And it took me like 70% of time it's home service business, and 30% of time it's software business. It's not business product. I all updates which I provide there helps me. So I make a public product which solve a lot of my like not problems, but my answer to my questions at least. And it possible only because of AI. So Cursor helped. I clearly understand the software development process. I know architecture of like high-load applications. I know how to work with data and all of that stuff along the way of my software experience. I got this knowledge, but AI helps me just, as popular like term wipe code this product. So I mostly I speak with AI like in Word.
Cursor.
Yeah, with Cursor
Yeah.
in Words, and he helps me like to build a product. But I apply there my knowledge about security, about like architecture, and I do not like tools which build a big part of a product by themselves. So I use AI to build like small parts which I can control, because when he start building like a huge system by himself with agent, most likely it like will not work as you expect,
Right.
and you will spend more time to fix it. So I use AI. It's my like number one employee in this software business, and I spend like 30% of my time, sometimes few hours on weekends, in the evening when kids go to sleep, to improve functionality of home service base. So here's
Love it, man. So for people that want to connect with you on Twitter, LinkedIn, check out Home Service Base, and really just, connect with you and check out your product, where can they find you?
So I'm mostly in X Twitter. So I think it's the only place where they can find me actively posting something. So and my DM is open. I always open to people and answer the questions about their home service businesses, about my product. So I will be glad to see everyone who want to learn more about me and follow my journey in my X account.
Awesome. We'll link you for sure, and it's at Home Service Base.
Yeah,
on Twitter.
Yeah. So I it's a long story.
My you had the problem account, with the Twitter account. Yeah, at Home Service Base. We'll link you in the pod show notes and all that. But Dmytro, appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank you for having me on. Of course, it was great.
Yeah, thank you.